Hey guys, Mopar Man back. It's been a while. We're doing another dash cam install. This is going on a Honda Odyssey. Honestly, I can't tell you a year yet, but I will put it in the description of the video and whatnot. So we're installing the, once again, my favorite, the 4-channel Rexing dash cam. I bought this for my father-in-law. He bought 2 of them. I installed one on the Honda Pilot he had, and now I'm doing this one on his Honda Odyssey minivan. So, with that being said, let's get right to it. We also got the hardwire kit, and remember, the link will, my personal link will be in the video, and the also will be the discount code, which will give you $25 off, which is Monster Dodge 24, no caps. You put that into the coupon slot on the website, and that'll give you 25 off any dash cam that you're looking at. And my affiliated link will also be in there, and I just get a little bit of something back for obviously promoting the camera, and I only get something back when you guys buy a camera. So please buy them. Your protection, your safety, your everything. You don't want to be caught with someone that's a liar or a narcissist that will throw you under the bus, especially you young folks. The police tend to, kind of lean towards listening to the adults versus the younger kids. So, and if you're a mom and dad and your teen is starting to drive, this is the way to go. They do have a dash cam where you can pay a monthly subscription and you'll be able to actually remotely log in and see what's going on with your kid's car, how they're driving, all that good stuff. So, we got our camera. Let's see what else we have here. I'm going to leave all this stuff alone. That's just mounting stuff. Let's go back with them. Pretty sure this is our rear camera and the cigarette lighter, also our base. So we'll put the base together. This is pretty much 3M tape. It's pretty good, but mind you that this stuff in extreme heat will come off like anything else. So I just want to give you guys that kind of heads up. Of course, I can never peel this stuff off. Alright, fine. We'll go with this one, and this. I want to match it up. Now I'm just trying to get the, well, we're not quite getting the red part off yet, but we'll get there. And let's see what else we got. This is the, for some reason they changed this on the newer cameras. The GPS logger used to be integrated as part of the power, and now it seems to be a separate standalone. The hardwire doesn't come with it, so this is something we'll put in. You get your cigarette lighter for those that don't want the hardwire, and so sorry, your GPS logger, what did I say? And then here's your rear camera, and to give you some bits and pieces to secure the wire in. That's that. Alright, I'm gonna take you to the car, and we're gonna see what we can do as far as on-off, if we need to hardwire, or can we use a cigarette lighter. I prefer to use a cigarette lighter, especially if you have one that says 24 volt. That usually means that it's constantly on. There's no off or on. There's no on or off with that one. Also, you want to be careful with that, because if you leave your car, say you don't drive it much, and you leave it unattended for long periods of time, it will drain the battery. The hardwire kit will not do that. It'll cut the camera off, save your battery. So Next, when you see it, we'll be inside the car. Hey guys, welcome back. Alright, so you can see I got some work done. And I like to get things done so you're not just sitting here watching me play around. Alright, the first one is your accessory, which is your yellow. It's going to go right there. That's your accessory. Alright, that's the horn. It's a 10 amp. Alright, then you're going to find fuse number 27 up over here, because they're labeled. And you're going to, that's your battery. That's your accessory. I apologize. That's your accessory. This is your accessory. And it's actually called accessory number 27. This is your constant battery on, which is your yellow, and that's your horn. Alright, and then the ground, right back there. Right back there. That's the ground. Alright, you just pull that off. You're going to have to switch out the little C-clip, as I like to call it. Where is it? Right here. You have to switch this out because it won't fit around that nut. Alright, so now you can see I have power, I have accessory, all that. That's going to be on. So now it's time to route the wire. Alright, so what you want to do is chuck the wires up and come around this panel right here. There is space and opening, and then what we're going to do is probably pull this panel off and come up the A pillar right about here. So this panel here, A pillar, we're gonna come bring the wire around this side and then along this way, drop it down, and we're gonna go probably underneath the easy pass. So that's the route I'm gonna take. And you may have to fish the wire, or you could be able to sneak it right in between the rubber molding. That's what I usually do. You can pull the rubber molding out, which is a lot easier, and then get the wire to come, come up around here on the other side of the rubber molding. Then you're going to come around this point right here, and then you're going to tuck up. You're going to tuck up in here all the way till you get here, and then there's these wire clips that you can use for when you put the camera there. I'll show you the finished product. So you can see how I ran it. The camera's there. You're gonna tuck this wire here like so. There's your GPS, which is built into the hard wire. You're gonna come along the roof line here. You're gonna need a trim tool, which they supply you with, but I prefer getting the bigger ones because you got to pry down the roof a little bit in order to get the wire in. Once you pry down one section here, and you start getting the wire and it'll go all the way, and then here in the corner kind of gives you a little bit of trouble. Then you're going to come around the A pillar, you're going to pull all this rubber trim down, bring it here, and then what you do is you take the excess wire with the little box, zip tie it over here. There's a hole, you can zip tie it to secure it, and now it's all hidden and tucked away and everything's nice and neat. Alright, hey guys, welcome back. Alright, we're installing the rear camera because I already did the front. By the way, this is a 2020 Honda Odyssey, so y'all know. Actually, frankly, quite frank, it's one of the probably easiest installs I've done because Honda seems to have so many different fuses located all over. You could pick one and go with it. So we're gonna stick the camera, and obviously I powered it up just to see which way I gotta do it. Of course they make these things impossible to peel. Here we go. So we want to go dead center of this. You're gonna eyeball it. You want to measure? Go ahead and measure. I'm not gonna stop you. And then I'm gonna have to adjust the rear camera with someone's help. Actually, probably not someone's help. I just log in, look at it. Alright. You want to give yourself enough length here so that you, when you open the trunk or you do the auto open, that there's enough wire for this to open with. So by having it open and doing this, that means when it closes, you should have that amount. So I'm gonna grab our so what you want to do is come down. You're gonna come here, this pries straight down, cross the wire through, and then you're gonna just tuck it and follow that all the way down. That's literally running the back camera wire. You're just gonna tuck it and follow it all the way down, even the sliding doors, because remember there's a rubber trimmer on the sliding door. So you're gonna go against that rubber trim and then to the front. All right. Then what you're gonna do is come around here and you're gonna pry this rubber down. All right, you gotta pry it down out of the way so you can tuck the wire up into this space right here, and then you come out over here, and then you just keep going. Hopefully you guys can see this, and I know it's a bit sideways, so it's gonna be feels a little wonky, but it's the best. I'm gonna show you anyway, right side up. You're gonna pull this trim down, and what you want to do is send the wire halfway. Then what you're gonna do is plug it into the camera over there, and start putting it this way, because what you want to do is collect all the excess wire right here, and then you're gonna just kind of zigzag fold it, zip tie it with 2 zip ties, and then you should be and then you'll be able to tuck it up into the headliner without you know, to hide the excess wire. Here's where you'll just pull the headliner down and tuck it up in there. You can pull this down a little bit more. Hope you get it. Just gotta watch, there's a airbag right there. Do the best you can. You don't want to make it too fat, otherwise then this might stick down a little bit, but as you can see it doesn't, so we're good. And that's that. I gotta just unplug and I gotta put the SD card in and get it formatted. But anyway, I hope this helps. It's a 2020 Honda Odyssey. I'm gonna adjust the rear cam and get everything else settled, and it's done. Please hit that like, please hit that subscribe, save these videos. I hope this helps.